What is this woman's name?
Sorry, when you said I'm beginning recording now, all I could think of was the Venture Brothers. I don't know if either of y'all really watch the Venture Brothers at all.
Yes.
But the best episode is when that alien robot comes down and he says he's a nanny and he keeps screaming, "Ignorance!"
There it is. Hold on, guys. Hold on.
Oh, Andrew found it.
I just searched Iranian actress deep voice and I got it.
Good. No, that's not problematic.
Let me see. Hey, that's what it was number one.
Just because a lot of other people Googled it doesn't mean it's okay.
Did that come through on the chat?
Oh, let me see. I haven't looked at the chat. I never opened the chat. I'm the worst.
Let me
Did
look
it just show up in it? What the hell is happening right now?
No, I get nothing in the chat.
I got nothing in the chat. No. Just share it for everyone else to see who's watching this.
Share my screen.
I dare you to do it with the spung monkeys in it.
I like the stuff.
By the way, we got reactions from that. Oh, her. Yes.
Yeah, I know her.
Yeah, that's who the person who gave you your food today should have been, Roy.
She looked nothing like her, though.
If she would have, it would have been real weird.
That would have been
real weird.
You'd be like, so you're researching something, clearly.
Yeah, right.
So I have a show and tell here, and this show and tell is courtesy of two people, actually. One is our own Courtney, and then the other, and then another one's from one of our listeners.
One of them is monkeys.
So Courtney, please tell everybody watching this where you just recently came back from.
So I did recently go on a vacation. We went to Barcelona. Or
roll that back.
I'm gonna have to do it clean for you. Barcelona.
Thank you.
I was gonna say, can we just cut in Freddie Mercury going Barcelona?
Kind of, yeah.
Control the horizontal and the vertical, Roy. You can do whatever you want.
You can do anything. You can make me into a cat. You can do whatever you want.
You could just right now cut in with "We like the Suns," and then nobody would know.
There's nothing we can do about it. We won't know until it's on YouTube.
We won't know then.
We did a number of things that we were very privileged to do. We took my kid. We took my mom. That was nice. My mom's first European trip. We went to one of the top 10 bars in the world. It was called Paradiso. I don't know if I was supposed to take this coaster, but I took this coaster. They gave it to me and they walked off. And
why? Let me hold on. Well, let's. Why did they hand you a coaster at the end of your meal? And then it's not for you.
Right. It had the receipt on it for us to sign. But we were next to a hard surface. We could have easily put it on the bar and signed it.
No, that was yours. So
I think it was. I feel like that's not crazy.
No, it was for you to take home to remember your experience of being inside. Is this the one that was supposed to be like the inside of a whale?
Yeah, and it was really pretentious.
Yeah.
But not in a fun way.
That's global.
You mean your husband didn't enjoy drinking out of the
weird glass teardrop?
Yeah.
The nose teardrop glass, and
yeah,
you drinking out of the conch shell?
I'll have to post that on the Blue Sky so we can get a good visual. No, we actually went to a different bar another day that was way better, that was doing kind of the same, like, unique serving vessels, that kind of thing. But the drinks were good enough, and also it was easy to drink out of the weird vessel, because we went to it's a bar called Hemingway's. And
I really like that bar. From what I've seen,
loved it. If I could take it with a helicopter and just pull it, bartender and all, over and just put it in my neighborhood, that would be really coming clutch.
There would be an uprising in Denton if you did.
They
would
be
come
so
down
mad
on horseback with torches.
They'd be
that
furious.
One guy in that speakeasy would be very upset.
He would be really mad. But my drink came in a conch shell, a conch shell.
I love that it came in a conch shell.
It was so called The Old Man in the Sea. Now the difference is I did not have to pick that.
You didn't tell us that part.
Oh, I didn't?
No. That is so dumb. I love it so much.
Stupid. But instead of at like Paradiso, where you would have to pick that thing up and figure out how to drink out of it, they gave me a straw.
Oh, that's nice.
Because they want me to be happy.
Did you keep the straw?
It did not use
Oh, you
straw
should
as
have
a
kept the
paper straw.
conch. Do you know how expensive conch shells are?
That's why I didn't keep the conch. No, that was where we realized that people outside of the United States really have no awareness of how big places are here.
Sure.
Because our bartender said, "Oh, where are you from?" And we said, Estados Unidos. We're trying to speak in Spanish as much as we can. And he said, "Oh, where?" And I said, "Oh, Texas." And he said, "Cool, Austin." I said, "No, we're from Dallas." And he said, "Oh, pretty close." No.
I mean, well, in his defense,
closer than Spain.
In Texas, Austin is pretty close to Dallas. It's like as if I were going to drive to Columbus. That is the Texas equivalent of Austin.
Right. I was like, it's the same distance between Barcelona and Madrid. You're on opposite sides.
We get it. You went to fucking Spain, all right? You don't.
We did. Can I do my one last brag before we get into your souvenir?
Yeah.
We did get to go to the best restaurant on the planet.
Oh my god!
I told you it was a brag. I know it's pretentious.
No. This is so from the outside in. As she gets into this, the group chat for the podcast. Immediately,
we're seething. We're seething with jealousy at this point.
Just at one point in the evening, like I'm just sitting there.
Oh yeah, it was night for y'all.
And then Courtney said, "I'm at the best restaurant in the world," and we're like, "Oh, okay." And then just pictures start coming in of the most insane things I've ever seen in my entire life. For like how long?
4 hours.
3 hours.
4 hours.
We did it for full 4 hours. And we did a beverage pairing.
It was a nonstop conscious stream of just food items
that weren't the thing that they were.
Yeah, I mean, especially the egg. I mean, the egg. We debated.
We're gonna shut up.
Like 2 hours on that egg.
We're
gonna shut up and let Courtney. Courtney, please tell us.
So when I say this is the best restaurant in the world, I do not mean it's the restaurant where I had the most fun, or it's the restaurant where I necessarily had the best meal, or anything like that. I mean it has been rated since 2018 the best restaurant in the world. It's called Disfrutar, for those of you who don't know. Like I said, it was a brag. We're very lucky we even got to go in the first place. And they gave us things like sphericalized gin that I ate off of a rose petal. And I know that sounds incredibly pretentious. It does, but it was really fun and weird.
That's amazing.
I ate a sandwich that they put on the plate, and they set it in front of us, and they said, "This is a gazpacho," and I was like, "That's a sandwich." But I bit into it, and I'll be goddamn it. It wasn't a gazpacho.
Is this Spain's version? Is this Spain's version of "Is it cake"?
Kind of. It was full Willy Wonka the whole time. They temper it in egg yolk, not an egg, just the yolk. And it was the single best bite of food I've ever had in my entire life.
This is. If it was my restaurant, right, that would be, I would do this, but as a bit, I would be like,
it's a bit for them, for sure.
Here's some steak, and then just walk by periodic and be like, "Oh, you don't like your popcorn, you sons of bitches."
Well, no, I mean, they were doing that to you too, because
they were laughing at us.
Yeah,
like, ha, gotcha.
They were Tommy. It was like Tommy was so playing a prank. It's like, you don't know.
It was laughing with us. At one point, they put a box in with a mirror in it, and they said, "Reach in and get your food," and you could see what the food was. It was this thing that looked like corn.
What in the Yoko Ono is that?
And I pulled it out, and it was just a rock.
You just went for it.
Yeah.
So Courtney got Duned before she's even had a chance to watch any of the Dune.
Yeah.
Coming soon, Dune month, where you guys make me watch all the Dunes.
Man, we should have done it in June. We could have been coming soon, Dune in June. But
Dune in June.
Continue. I want to hear about the pain box.
I'll also post a picture of the menu they gave us before the meal started, because it's also really funny.
It's a rock. It's just a rock with no writing on it.
I can't even describe it without it ruining the joke. So we reach into this box with a mirror in it and appear to grab the food. And we pull it out, and it's just the serving platter the food is on. There's no food on it. And our waiter laughs.
Wait,
and
this is the menu.
Kind of.
This is the menu.
Yeah.
This is the menu.
I mean, kind of.
Except Except instead of being like
Except
the
they didn't
thing where
kill
they
me
end up
at the end.
killing people, they end up trying to make you laugh. Like,
Yeah,
it's the rehearsal menu.
it is. They pulled up the mirror and they said, there's your actual food. And by the way, I know it looks like corn, but that's not corn, but it does taste like corn.
What the fuck?
It's all crazy. It was awesome.
That's amazing.
One of the gazpacho sandwich we had a beverage pairing. You don't have a wine pairing there because they said sometimes wine's not the best drink for our food. Sometimes it's a truffle infused vodka. Sometimes it's this. At one point, it was a spray. It was a big wine glass with sprays of an extremely potent vinegar, and they said, "Do not smell this too close because it will blow out your sinuses." But what you should do is take a bite of the sandwich and then smell the vinegar.
Christ.
It was crazy. It was awesome. I loved it. Anyway, I did bring both of my friends a souvenir. I don't believe Andrews has made it to his home yet.
No, not yet.
They promised me by Friday. I wasn't sure if we'd make it or
You're
not.
fine. I mean, it's just like it is from Dallas to Austin. It should get here soon.
It should be pretty quick. Just, you know.
I want to read that the envelope that it came in, it was addressed to Mama Morton. And
I don't see why that's funny at all.
I wish it was picking up Andy just dying over there. But it was sent to Mama Morton from Tony Award winner Cole Escola.
Yeah. I don't.
I'm trying to give the joke space by not laughing out loud. I'm trying to let it really expand into the space that it has.
But what I love is my mother-in-law was the one who grabbed it out of the
good.
mailbox. And she looks at it, she's like, "Oh, this is to the wrong person." And every time I'm looking at the handwriting, I said, "No, that's for me."
Yeah. Well, also,
She just stares at
if
me.
you
like,
actually
"Oh,
get
okay."
a package from Cole Escola, that's your package. I don't care whose name is on it. That's
Yeah,
yours
I don't
now.
give
It
a
doesn't
shit.
matter.
Yeah. I was just like, thank you, Cole. Thank you for noticing me.
I sat for a moment and wondered, should I put Bernadette Peters?
Was it on mine? God, I hope it's on mine.
We'll have to do a pop-in when you get yours.
Yeah, I mean, I want to learn my special purpose. So can you put Bernadette Peters on it?
So you go all the way to Spain, and when you're looking at when you're looking at souvenirs, I will say I love the fact that you could tell that this is hand painted and hand sculpted.
It is. Did you read the thing on the outside? Because it does explain it.
No, I didn't.
It got wrapped in paper. You should probably look at the paper it's wrapped in because it does explain what it is.
Okay, well, you gave me a statue.
I did.
Pazuzu.
And the statue is one of.
Oh,
It's
now it's
one
not a
of the
statue
cover
anymore.
now.
It's broken now. No, just kidding.
It's full
It
of
is one.
100% pure Colombian cocaine.
Yes.
It
Oh,
is.
yeah.
It is Precious Betty Boop, but then when you turn her around,
Yes.
it's a boop
Boopin'.
poop.
Yeah.
It's Betty Poop.
Betty Poop.
So
Betty Poop.
this is called a caganer. It is a tradition in Spain. They are very Catholic, famously. You might know that about Spain. It's like the name.
What does shit have to do with
She's
Catholicism?
gonna
We'll get
explain
there.
it
We'll
all.
get there.
She's getting there.
Get on the wagon. We're taking a ride. So nativity scenes, much like in America and Christian households all over the world, they have their nativity scenes, and they usually have a shepherd boy in Catholic nativity scenes.
Sure.
And so what people would do is they would create these pooping shepherd boys and they would put them into the nativity scene.
It's so good.
And it was like a fun prank, but it's also a sign of wealth and luck for the year to come. And since the old days, they have kind of branched out beyond just being a little shepherd boy, and they have them for everything. There are stores that are only for these guys. It's just a storefront that you go into, and it's shelves and shelves and shelves of these guys.
That's awesome.
I
for
now
everything
wish
you can
that
think
my
of.
mother-in-law had a nativity set so I could put this in there for this
I
year.
mean, you got like 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
You
You got
make
time.
it happen.
Did I ever send y'all the video of Cola Scola on, I want to say it was Kimmel, talking about how he wants to play straight guy?
No.
Yes. Yes.
Super good.
It's hilarious. It's
So
I'll
super
look it up.
good.
I'll look. I'm
He has-
sure.
That-
he has some
that-
lines.
That and when he's demonstrating how to properly use Bratty
Oh
curls.
yes, Brady
I
Curls
love-
is also good.
I love him so much.
He
Cole's
much
so
like
much.
myself, he can only say a few things in straight man, and
Yeah,
one of them is,
Oh,
"Wait, what kind of truck is that?"
He said he was like researching for they were researching for 18 years.
Yeah, they've been researching
Something
it
like
for a
that.
long time. Yeah.
yeah.
So this little Betty Boop poop is not the only thing that was shared with me. A listener by the name
Dox?
of no,
Dox him.
his no, his,
Dox them.
no, I'm only going to.
What's their address?
I'm only going to go by the name they sent me, which is Escondido.
All
so
right.
Escondido.
Escondido, we're going to be coming in later with your full name, your age, and a list of all of your fears.
It's taking me a little longer to get the social, but I'll have it by the end of the show.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So Escondido was like, "Hey, you guys are watching these recipes. I have 2 for you here from Sandra Lee that I need to know your opinion on."
Okay.
Specifically, he wanted to know your opinion, Courtney.
Good. Can't wait to be mad.
So we're gonna watch these. The first recipe that he shared with us is for Sandra Lee's chili cheese slices.
Okay.
So
Sounds
here we
like-
go.
It sounds like they would give Courtney a bowl of peas at a restaurant and tell her it was this.
Here's her a bowl of peas. These are chili cheese slices. All right, here we go.
Welcome to Semi Homemade. I'm Sandra Lee, and today is all
What are
about Fiesta.
Why do you have a
Feisty,
computer there?
Spicy food that is absolutely fabulous.
It's
and it
not
all
a
starts
computer.
Off with my delicious
Oh.
chili cheese slices.
Oh.
Then I've got the most incredible tortilla soup you have ever seen. I've even got a semi-homemaker who's here to share her Mexicali enchiladas
Is it
with you.
Escondido?
And for dessert, my cherry flan that will just melt in your mouth. Finally, for cocktail time, I've got a tropical temptation that is absolutely perfect for a fiesta.
Mama,
And
that's a
then
hurricane.
Beautiful, easy, and very smart
But you're going to
tablescape.
take your top off in
Mexican food by
Louisiana.
far is my favorite food of all. I could eat
That-
it 20
and then
you'll have
times
the
a day.
hurricane.
I am not kidding.
The
I
chili
love
hurricane.
all the
Eyeshadow
spice
is
and
just
all the
so-
flavor. And
oh.
it's easy to get fantastic
She's in Voodoo
Mexican
Moon,
food
from what
out
I
of your own
understand.
pantry and
I
your
think
own
so. I
fridge if
think
you
she
know
was
what
that
to
other
do.
one. You
The
know, the other one.
semi-homemade way, of
That other
course.
thing.
Now this is just that wonderful crescent ring dough that we all have in
She's one of
our
the
fridge. Well, this is going
satanic
to be
bikers.
Relax.
my chili cheese slices. Lay these out and move these around so you position them so they have plenty of room to puff up, which they won't do too much, but
I don't like
and I'm
this
just gonna
Paltrow
put some
hair that
holes
she
in
has
these so they
right
don't
now,
puff
by
up
the way.
too much.
Yeah, it's
And
really
this is
giving
called
Royal
docking and a
Tenenbaums.
little bit of butter spray.
The
No, I didn't
Paltrow
need
hair
nonstick
with the
cooking
Drew
spray on the bottom of
Barrymore
these
eyeshadow.
because there's
Yeah.
plenty of butter in these. But on the top, I just want that beautiful,
She
nice
looks like
little
Bugs
sheen.
Bunny dressed
And this
up like
is
a
little
woman.
trick to get that. That way you get
She's
that
beautiful.
nice home baked like you've been making bread for days.
Making
I've
bread.
got
What?
375,
bread.
5 minutes. That's
You
it
know how
now.
when you pop some
My little
croissants
slices should be
to
done.
the oven,
5
they think
minutes
you've
and
been
these are
making
nice
bread
and
for
golden
days?
brown. Okay.
She's got the Bill
What I wanna
Berry
put
going
on the
up
top
her
of
ass
each
right
one of
now.
these is just going to be about a tablespoon
What?
or so of canned chili. Now this has no beans in it,
The
and that
canned
is the
chili.
base for my chili cheese slices. And
No,
of
it's
course,
not.
in here
Just
is
slap
just
some-
gonna be
slap
meat, there's
some
gonna be
Wolf
chili
chili
powder,
on
there's
it.
gonna be
yeah,
tomatoes,
freaking Wolf
tomato
brand on
sauce,
top.
all sorts of
I eat a can of
wonderful
Wolf brand
things.
chili every day
You can
for
get
lunch.
right in your grocery store. Quick and easy.
That's not a joke. That's
Now
what I
on
do.
top of the chili, I just want to put some of my onions.
Listen,
And of course, if the kids
I'm
don't
not,
like
like,
onions, you don't have to put them on
pretentious.
here.
You
can just
guys
put the
know
black
that. I
olives
like
and the
junk
cheese
food
or
just
whatever
like
they
the next
want.
person. But this is
And then black
Psychopathy.
olives
This
will
is
go on
pathological.
here.
It's
These
stupid.
are
It's what it is. It's stupid.
pre-sliced. You could get the chopped
It's
ones
a
if you want to.
Super
if that's what you have in your
Bowl
pantry, absolutely
snack.
use those.
but bizarre. Like pizza sauce. I thought
And
she was going to
finally,
go in
I
with
just wanna
pizza
add
sauce.
some cheddar cheese. Of course, this is pre-shredded.
that would
You
be
don't
less
have to do
insane.
Any of that shredding. Now, if you have that Mexican cheese blend, that would be lovely too.
Do you mean Colby Jack?
These are going to go right back in the oven.
laughed at
for
me. You've
another
all heard it.
7 minutes. They cool down just that fast too. All that cheese is going to melt, and those are going to go right
Wait.
into my mouth. I love this recipe.
There is no way
Welcome back
on
to
this
Semi
planet that
Homemade.
you
My
even
chili
tasted
cheese
those
slices
things.
are done in the oven 7 minutes. How do these look?
Delicious.
Very good. This is Heather. She is a semi-homemaker
Hi,
that emailed
Escondido,
me
or
a
whatever your
great
name
recipe
is.
because
Yeah.
your husband
Nice to
had
meet
this
you,
honey butter
Heather.
Escondido
Right
for 3
there.
hours and used everything in the kitchen. You had to clean it up.
It was a big mess.
So you said no.
I said
Passion
no.
fruit
I said we need
martinis
to do
are
a
next. Wow.
semi-homemade, and here we are today.
Chaos. You're a chaos goblin, Escondido, and I respect that.
Can't hear, but we can't hear Roy.
You can't.
So-
It's the Andy and Courtney show.
So, question: would you eat those?
Yep.
No.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
here's where I do get a little bit bougie. I don't eat canned chili because I learned how to make a really good cheap version of it for myself, so I just keep that in the freezer.
I mean, that's perfect, actually.
I'm just
I haven't-
saying, and
I
there
haven't
is a
done that.
difference. There's a difference between the kind of chili that goes on hot dogs and stuff and the chili that you just put in a bowl and you eat.
Honestly,
two
that
different
didn't even
things.
look like that doesn't even look like the chili that you put on the hot dogs.
No.
That looked like the chili cheese sauce that you would get at Quick Trip at late night.
I don't know what brand she was using, but I don't think that Wolf deserves that sort of bullshit.
It's definitely not Wolf. I can tell you that
Because
100%.
Because Wolf brand is, I mean, not to
I'm like the
cross over
Buffalo
too
Hunter
hard.
Hunter when it comes to canned chili brands.
He knows.
It's probably like the Tom Thumb brand name or something like that they
Yeah.
sell, the signature series or something.
Kroger chili, but it doesn't have
I
beans.
loved when she said there's no beans in it, and I'm like looking at it. I'm like, you could clearly see that there's no goddamn beans in this. It doesn't look like there's
There's
even
barely
any
any
meat in
meat.
this.
There were like
Beans
4
will
hunks.
destroy the recipe. You cannot put beans on that. It's
If you put beans in this, you will die.
yeah, it's toxic. It's toxic.
And not. I swear to God, if you put a bean,
So the
I
second
will arrest
one,
you.
Not only will I kill you, but my bangs will kill you too.
My bangs will come for you. They are outside your house right now.
so the second one he shared for us is a recipe.
Do you
called-
know it's a he?
or they, whoever?
Do you
Who
know
knows?
it?
Escondido might be from Mars. I mean, we don't know.
It is Pride Month. We are not assuming anyone's gender
No.
here. Escondido starting or ending with an O, notwithstanding.
Yeah, but also Roy just called that person Escondidie. So for me now, that
Escondidie.
that person,
It's like a Harry Potter spell. Escondidie.
that's pretty good.
So the next recipe that was
Please,
sent to us
please
from
continue to
Escondido.
subscribe. to it.
We don't read or watch it. We like to make fun of it because it's stupid.
We love you, Escondido. Please don't leave.
Yeah, you're our only listener, Escondidie. Please don't leave us.
So the next recipe that was shared with us is for chicken cherry baguette burgers.
Nope, I'm out.
Mm-mm.
Wait.
That's just throwing darts at a bird with.
What was the
Board-
episode of
boards on
Bob's
it.
Burgers where he made peach burgers and everybody
yeah.
hated?
Everybody was mad at him.
Yeah. All right, here we go with this one.
Now this recipe is from a
Oh,
semi-homemaker.
shit. What
and
is
these
she?
are just frozen cherries that I
Look at
bought
that
You have to
and
give us
chopped up.
from now on.
Beth in Richmond,
These are
Virginia,
just some
sent me the
innards.
sweetest
I-
email and told
I
me about
need a
her family
still shot
and
of
her
what she's
great
gonna look like
recipe for
before you
chicken
start playing
the
cherry
video.
baguette burgers.
I've got to
And this is
prepare
just
for
one
this.
bag
Slapped in the
of
face with
frozen
theming.
cherries that I've chopped up, and to this, I'm going to add a pound of ground chicken. Very healthy, very delicious, not a lot of fat.
And now, super wet and sweet.
It was wet
those
before.
cherries are going
Ugh.
to be so sweet in this
Now it's
chicken.
real wet.
Now in
Jeez.
here, Beth also puts about
Cherry.
a tablespoon or two of
We love you,
sweet
sir!
cherry
Yes.
peppers. And you're
Essentially
just
as a
gonna
pepper
wanna
bar.
Chop these up as finely as you did the cherries.
I swear to God, if you don't stem them first. Okay, thank God.
Pull out that
You gonna-
stem.
Because she's done crazier things.
There we go. And then just go ahead.
Chopping them upside
and
down. There you
chop
go.
Your cherry peppers. Nice little tiny pieces. Great accent with those
Got it,
cherries.
got it.
I love.
Yeah,
getting
she is not
emails.
doing her kitty cat
all you
paws. She gotta get in there.
semi-homemakers, You have
Nope.
such great tips.
Gotta-
Love to hear about them. Love to share them with other semi-homemakers. I can't think of everything. I need some help.
Tarragon?
Okay.
Unclear.
This is
No.
just going to be about a teaspoon of fresh rosemary.
Okay.
Rosemary.
And give this a
That's
very fine
wax
chop.
rosemary. You aren't fucking fooling anybody, Sandra
Yeah,
Lee.
first of all, that's not anything.
As fine as you can get it. That is perfect. I
Just
wanna
a little
raise-
dab in there so that no
Okay,
one
so
can
what-
taste it.
On
Let's
top of your
recap.
cherry, your 18 cherries and your ham hock of chicken.
So yeah, let's go over what we have in this bowl so far. So we have the gore, which is the chopped up cherries, which she didn't even say where she got the cherries from.
She
And all
just
of a
said there were
sudden, chopped
frozen
cherries.
cherries.
Got them from George
Oh.
Washington.
Frozen, which means sweetened almost always.
Yes.
Oh yeah, and then we got the ground chicken, which is just slopped in there.
Just slap it in there.
And then we got the Quiznos pepper bar peppers there,
Mm-hmm.
and then we've got fresh rosemary. So
Now, I
that's
will
what we
give
got
it
so
to
far.
her. She did access my childhood just a bit because my dad would take those out of the jar and just eat them wholesale when I was a kid. I think it's
Yeah.
a classic Southern dad move. May or may not be a classic Midwestern dad move.
Oh,
I
it's
don't know.
it's a dad move wherever. Yeah.
All right, let's see what else she throws.
Let's see what other
Some
nonsense.
All of
nonstick
that
cooking
salt
spray
and
in
all
here.
of that.
Oh, see,
pepper.
I
she's
know this
thinking
is a
all of
it.
non-stick pan
All of
already, but
Salt!
there is a very, very
Fuck
little
ton
fat
of
in
salt.
the chicken, and it loves to stick to
Wait a minute,
the
hold
pan.
on.
Oh, she put
Hold
it
on.
on the metal
No,
can
not just-
on stovetop. What are you doing?
Let's look at this right here. Why does she have coffee liqueur over here?
She's up
Oh,
to something.
she's just drinking
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Lots of people have a cooking beer.
Roy, she has an inhalator. Leave her alone.
Necessity. You ain't got to reinvent the wheel.
She's got a low
If this, is
colonic.
going, if this is going into the recipe, I'm going to just spit.
Chicken,
Oh.
and it loves to stick to the
I-
pan.
And she puts it on.
You made me watch it twice. You did that on purpose.
This it's going to blow up.
I hope
And
so.
So I thought
That
I'd
would be
just
interesting.
safe.
Not gonna lie.
We would have heard about that.
Oh wait, now she covers.
Yeah,
it
she cares
with
about
a-
food safety, so she puts a towel on a board
Yeah.
and then puts a bowl on top of that.
Give all of this
She won't even
a
get in there with
stir
her hands.
together.
You never,
Look at
she has
that
never
peppers, cherries,
ground chicken in her entire life. Are you kidding me?
Mm-mm.
a bit of salt, and just a
Wow.
bit of pepper.
Coward.
Didn't wipe
And
your
Beth wrote
hands
me the
between putting the salt in and the pepper
nicest
in, but
Talks
okay.
about
Yeah.
her kids and how her and her husband are working all the time and had very little time for family meals and how semi-homemade and the idea.
And I did this to get back at my family.
For new, healthy, smart meals really inspired this dish.
I hate
So,
my
thank you
husband.
very
I hate
much,
my
Miss Beth.
children.
Now it's time for the
And now
fun
I live in
parts.
Colombia.
I gotta separate these into 4.
Right now, this is giving me vibes of how may I nourish you today.
What's your deepest emotional wound?
Yes.
My deepest emotional wound is this chicken
Just
burger
like
with
that.
cherries
Make
in
sure
it
they're
right now.
nice and even.
That is not
There we
measuring.
go.
Use a scale.
Mm-mm-mm. Look at those peppers, all that flavor.
That color does not look appetizing. It's
No, it's
No.
ground chicken.
This is a dare. This is the finale of Succession.
This is the final Squid Game challenge, is what this is.
That's what it's going to be. Spoiler alert.
This is Fallout meals.
It really is Fallout meals.
Cherries.
got these
bet
cans.
kids love
I already
eating
opened them.
these. My nephew Bryce would, I got to tell you, anything with cherries in it, right up his alley.
That's not what I thought she was
Also,
going to
Right up
say.
his
When
what?
you're away on vacation and you want to cook,
Excuse
it would
me?
be really fun to go get some interesting items from the grocery store and just
Interesting.
experiment a little bit.
Yeah, vacation's a great time to experiment with food.
A little bit of soap whenever you are working with raw meat. Perfect. Now, and the
That
burgers
was
have cooked for
25
5 minutes on
seconds
each
of
side,
hand
and they're
washing.
Done. And
Yes.
they're ready to go. So I'm gonna let them set for just a second too. Also, Beth, my semi-homemaker, sent me an email with her recipe to get her boys to eat a great dinner. This is her chicken cherry baguette burger. And this is a great topping. 2/3 of a cup
whatever
of
she's
cheese
doing
goes
needs
into
Oh.
just a bowl because
2/3
to
of a
this,
cup.
I am going to add
a lot of
2
mayonnaise.
tablespoons of cherry
No.
preserves.
Oh, good. Yeah, just sugar.
And give this a stir.
No.
Is she making
No.
icing?
No.
Now, I just want to
No.
Oh.
spread my cherry mayonnaise
That's so
onto
much,
my
though.
bread.
That's so much, though, Sandra Lee.
Now,
And that is a
before I put my burgers
disgrace
on
to
here,
that brand
I wanna
of
cut
jam because
these
that's a really good brand.
It is.
into
It is, actually.
even pieces.
No.
A little
No.
bit of lettuce
No.
and a tomato.
No.
Yeah, and then
Now
you
it's
just dress
time
it like
for
a
my
regular
burger. Look
burger
at how
because other than that,
beautiful
it's
these are.
normal.
Beth, this is a wonderful, wonderful little recipe idea, I have to say.
No, it is not.
You didn't even know if you're putting it on
Very
upside down
rustic,
or right
very
side up.
fun.
I'm
This is
supposed
not
to
only
trust
a
you.
hearty little dish here, but also it goes perfectly
Wait,
with
back
the
that
theme.
up a second.
Big juicy
She
tomato.
Hearty little-
definitely lost a
one
piece of
final
baguette
gorgeous
somewhere.
burger,
She did. I'm
Oh,
not
I
sure
saw
where
that,
happened.
yes.
And then wait, she tries to put it together when
And
she's
a
putting the burger
tomato.
together. That
Now
second
it's
burger,
time for
whatever,
my burger.
she
Look
tries
at
to
how
put the baguette
beautiful
piece
these
back
are.
in, and it just won't
Beth,
stay
this is
in.
a wonderful, wonderful little recipe idea.
I think it was the
have
third
to
one that
say.
she made.
Probably.
That's this one. I
Look,
could
this
see
one.
it
Very
falling
rustic,
apart.
No,
very
there it is.
fun. This
No,
is
hold
not
on.
only a hearty
There you
Hold
go.
on, there it is.
little-
I see.
You see it on the
see
top of
I
the
see
bread,
it.
right?
You little son
It
bitch.
goes perfectly with the
She did
theme.
try to put it back on. I
Big
saw
juicy
that.
tomato. One final gorgeous burger,
This is 50 Shades of No Way.
All right.
and that is it.
Well, I hope you're
Okay, you
happy,
know what?
Escondidie.
Beth,
We
That
need
is
we I need to see this
hello,
passion fruit
welcome back to
martini.
Semi Homemade. I'm Sandra Lee, and it is cocktail time. So what I'm doing here is just finishing off
I'm trying to
the
cut the
garnish
shit out of
for
myself
my
right now.
passion fruit cocktail.
Yeah, just right at
That's
my
what I'm trying to-
finger as hard as I can.
Just really
All I've
getting as
done
much
is
of the
just taken
pith
a
as I
peeler
possibly
and gone around the outside of an orange. That's it. And then you have these beautiful long
Around a what?
pieces of
An
orange.
orange?
Now, to
An
make the
orange.
cocktail, the first round the outside.
That's the
of
noise
an
that a
orange.
race
That's
car
it.
makes
And
when
then
it
you have
drives
the
by you.
side of an orange. That's it. And then you have these of an orange. That's it. And then you have these beautiful side of an orange. That's it. And then you have these of an orange. That's it. And then you have these beautiful long pieces of orange rind. Now, to make your cocktail, the first thing you're going to now, to make your cocktail of orange rind. Now, of orange rind. Now, pieces
Stop
of
it,
orange
DJ
rind.
Jazzy
Now,
Jeff.
to make your cocktail, the first thing
DJ
you're
Shy
gonna
Boy
do
over
is
here
just
making
put
the
some
orange
ice
remix.
into a pitcher.
And another one.
Now in here, you're going to put passion fruit. This is a canned juice that you can get.
I
at the
was
grocery
about to say
store.
that's a soda, ma'am.
A little bit of
That's
that
squirt.
and equal parts
Yeah.
of a white cranberry. Then you're going to put in some orange liqueur.
Orange liqueur. I can't help but notice that none of these things.
Whoa,
has been-
wait a minute. That was light for her.
It was.
Well, that's because it's just for flavor.
It's just one thing. She's got
and
another.
just
There
a
you go.
There you
little
go.
bit of
Here you
citrus
go, Roy.
vodka.
There you go.
There
There
we
we
go.
go.
Now,
So she
give
put
this
in a
quick
soda that
stir.
is flavored like
Then what I
passion
wanna do,
fruit, and
because
then
I
a
don't
bunch of
want ice in
orange
the
stuff, and
glasses,
she's calling it a
I'm
passion fruit
just going
martini.
to hold the ice back with my spoon.
This looks like the butter martini that we
This is
watched
a
that she's
great
made.
cocktail.
And she didn't even like
And
that.
now for
I
the
want to show
garnish.
where Grant O'Brien makes her drinks.
Just take one of
I
these
want that
orange
too.
strips and
What
lay
is
That is
it
the
right
biggest twist of
into
all.
the glass. Maybe
What
give
the
it a nice
hell?
little corkscrew
Take
that
it-
matches the glass.
Take it to your
And
next
I'm
Dagon
gonna take
homecoming
just
party.
A tablespoon of the cherry juice.
Oh yeah, maraschino cherry juice. Great. Okay.
Isn't that gorgeous?
Yum.
Now, I'm gonna go put these on the
Looks like a
tablescape.
tequila sunrise in a
Summertime.
martini glass
Come
for
check
no
it out.
reason.
It's the sweetest,
All right,
most romantic
enough.
tablescape you've ever had.
Enough, Sandra Lee.
Thank you, Escondido. Thank
I
you.
guess.
Yeah.
Hey, it could have been worse. It could have been the Victorian woman.
It still feels a little bit at us.
I'm gonna go grab 5 ingredients from my bar and some mayonnaise and make a spread for a sandwich.
Delicious. And I'm gonna tell you it's good so many times that you might start to believe it.
All right, gang. Thank you very much. Tune in next time when we have more video fun.
Oh,
I think
boy.
she has eyeshadow poisoning.
She probably does from all the lead and the glitter.
Yeah.
How do you think they got so frosty?